Back now with the race for the White House and a tough week for Jeb Bush, struggling to answer questions about the Iraq War, raising new questions about his readiness for the campaign trail. ABC's Jonathan Karl reports on how he's recovering from the misstep and wrestling with his brother's legacy.
On the campaign trail in Iowa yesterday, Jeb Bush took new heat over his brother George W. Bush's record on Iraq.
The facts that were there for the president was grounded on faulty intelligence. But the power of hindsight's not given to us.
That response comes after Bush gave 5 answers in 4 days to this basic question.
Knowing what we know now, would you have authorized the invasion?
I would have.
The next day, Bush said he misheard the question.
Whatever I heard, it was translated, knowing what you knew then, what would you do?
While Bush was clarifying, his Republican rivals rushed forward to show they have no problem answering the question.
If we knew then what we know now, and I were the president of the United States, I wouldn't have gone to war.
No way we would have gone to war with Iraq.
I think even at the time, invading Iraq was a mistake.
Also piling on, Saturday Night Live.
Jeb Bush said in an interview this week that, like his brother, he would have authorized the invasion of Iraq, though he wouldn't have done it for the same reason George did, to capture the genie from Aladdin.
By the end of the week, Bush finally came up with his direct answer.
Knowing what we know now, what would you have done? I would have not engaged. I would not have gone into Iraq.
Even before this stumble, Iraq threatened to cast a long shadow over Jeb Bush's campaign. It's the most unpopular decision of his brother's presidency. But criticizing family, he said this week, is something he has a hard time doing.
I'm not going to go out of my way to say that, my brother did this wrong or my dad did this wrong. It's just not going to happen.
But this week's Iraq drama raises questions for Bush, not just about the war, but also about his readiness for the rough and tumble of a presidential campaign before he's even entered the race. For This Week, Jonathan Karl, ABC News, New York.